Electric cars pollute 1,850 times more than fuel-based vehicles. Study finds. Now, I've been saying this for a while. I've been showing, this is not the first of his study to show that electric cars are worse than gas-powered vehicles. This is just more evidence of that. But that still will not stop leftists. That will not stop the Biden administration from trying to push electric vehicles on us, even though it's not really better for the environment. We find out that a lot of the things that so-called environmentalists push are actually worse on the environment. I wonder why that is. It's because it's not about actually taking care of the environment, fixing the environment. It's about them controlling you and regulating you into destitute. That's what is destitute. That's what this is about. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my merch store. Also, check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for news as well. All right, let's talk about this news. Now, this comes from LifeSite. And from Anthony Murdoch. And he reports that a 2022 study found that electric vehicles, or EVs, which left-leaning governments in Canada, the United States, and elsewhere are pushing on the population, pollute at a rate far higher than their gasoline or diesel power counterparts. Now, so this is an old study. So it's not like the Biden administration didn't know this before they started pushing electric vehicles on people, which is way more expensive than gas-powered vehicles, and we're already living in a some people say recession, some people say depression, but at very least inflationary times, which so people can't really afford these EVs, and they still pushing this stuff. But the 2022 study from the UK-based emissions analytics group found that during a 1,000-mile journey, EVs release 1,850 times more pollutants into the surrounding environment than gas-powered vehicles due to the heavier weight which eats through tires. While many think of emissions from exhaust, tire wear plays a significant role in emitting pollutants. The synthetic rubber used to create tires includes certain chemicals that get released into the air, and because EVs are significantly heavier than conventional cars due to massive lithium batteries. Overall, EVs weigh about 30% more than gas-powered vehicles and cost thousands more to make and buy. That's a lot, 30% heavier. Wow. These issues are, in addition to the fact that they are not suitable in colder climates, such as Canada and the northern U.S., offer poor range and long charging times, especially in cold weather. You hear people out there forever trying to charge up their vehicles. It's just ridiculous. Why would you do that? Why would you put yourself through that? And have batteries that take tremendous resources to make and are hard to recycle. Both the government of Canada under Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and the government of the United States under President Joe Biden are hoping to ban or severely limit the sale of new gasoline-powered vehicles and after 2030 cars after 2035 these deficiencies. The EU, or European Union, also has the EV mandate in place for the same year. I think I know California has EV bans put in place for around that time. I think New York does as well, but I'm not really sure about New York. You might want to check that out. But I know definitely California around 2030, 2035, they want to ban gas cars. Again, even though it's tons of studies showing that EVs are worse on the environment than gas-powered cars, they are still pushing this. The Canadian Environment Minister Stephen Guilbeault announced just before Christmas the electric vehicle availability standard. This is a plan that will mandate that all new cars and trucks by 2035 be electric, which would in effect ban the sale of new gasoline or diesel only powered vehicles after that year. Again, so why no one talking to government about these studies that prove that these vehicles are worse for the environment? Not all Canadian provinces are on board the EV train. However, in January, Life News reported on how Alberta's Minister of Energy criticized the federally funded Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, or CBC, for publishing a report stating that electric cars are better able to handle cold weather than gas powered ones. Wow, I'm not from Canada, so this never crossed my. I never seen this. Who? I mean, talk about caping. My goodness, no one believes that. And all at the same time, an extreme cold snap gripped much of the Western Canada and nearly caused Alberta power grid to collapse due to its increased reliance on so-called renewable energy. Alberta Premier Danielle Smith has promised that she intends to fight with everything at her disposal um, what she called the unconstitutional new federal government EV mandate, as well as a net zero power generation, which is implemented if implemented, would lead to guaranteed power outages. Well, good for Danielle. Where are the people in the United States that are speaking out against this net zero policy, about speaking out against these EVs? You don't really hear too many people actually in government speaking out against this power grab. But let me know what you think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, and check out jjdiscipletherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.